Welcome, beloved, to the More Love, More Life podcast. Today, we're interviewing Kato from South Central LA. We're talking about the trauma of being raised in the neighborhood and how it's affecting our people and our youth. How you doing today, Kato?
Oh, man, I'm chilling, man. Thank you for having me, man.
I'll out your real name, no, because I cut it short on you.
Yeah. You know, it's all good. It's young Kato, a.k.a. KToefornia, cousin Duracell. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it don't matter, you know what I'm saying, as long as we get this good old game out the way.
Go. You went deep on me, though, bro.
Yeah. I'm in the building like the bottom stairs bathroom, so, you know.
All right.
I'm necessary everywhere.
All right, we got a real one today. We got a show for you today.
Yeah.
All right, well, we're going to hit right to it, bro. Mm-hmm. All of us been raised in South Central L.A. And did you gang bang?
Yeah, I'm from the community out off of King and Western area.
Okay.
You know.
So tell me, what got you into that?
Really, it was, you know, that was my community, that was my friends, and when you grow up, you get to losing friends, and, you know, you develop a disdain for other brothers and other sides of the community off of those losses of friends, and it wasn't about no particular person or no particular group of fellas. It's like, you know, I was born and raised in the neighborhood, so I inherited the culture and the activities of the neighborhood. So, and then how I ran my life at the time, it was congruent to, you know, the decisions I was making, the negative decisions I was making, and, you know, it is what it is at this point, because I'm blessed enough to sit here and say that. But at that time, you know, I didn't have the mindset that I had now to even think I was doing anything out of pocket, because that's just how the culture of South Central LA, the side of town I'm from, was.
Right.
There wasn't a lot of opportunities to display your talents or display any of your gifts, because you probably was gifted when you was in school, but as you became an adult, there was nowhere to place a lot of that talent, you know. So you get caught up with some people deem the wrong crowd, but these are your friends and your cousins and your uncles and aunties, and so it's not a bad crowd, it's your family.
Right.
So people can package it up a way for them to be able to digest somebody else's situation, but if I ain't feeding you the plate of the situation, you won't even know how spicy that shit really can get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just a lot of brothers like and sisters like me or the community have that same problem or, you know, misunderstanding and stigma about being from LA South Central, Crip Blood, Hoover gangster area. You know what I'm saying? It's a stigma about us, like, you know, predators. We just want to kill shit. We don't care about stuff. You know, you join a gang out of love. You join a community and you get with the war out of love. It's deemed from war. And, you know, caring about somebody and protecting your folks. And sometimes, you know, you come out on the negative end of that situation, and human nature, you want to do something.
Right. No, I got you. But you see how you put that together? I like that. You put it together the way it's supposed to be put together. But we got to go deeper in that, because what you spoke of, looking for love. Looking for love of your homies.
Yeah.
Wanting to fit into a group, which we all do. But that group we fit into, we didn't realize what it was doing. It was taking our life.
Yeah.
And when I say our life, we lost a lot of years to that game banging. And this is what we want to do with the youngsters. We want them to understand, pay attention to the talents you have while you're young.
Yeah.
Because the devil could snatch that away from you.
Because
How old are you?
I'm 47.
All right, you 47, you 10 years younger than me, I'm 57.
Yeah.
And to come into
Y'all
that
the big
understanding, bro, it really hits you. We waste a lot of years.
Yeah. I tell a lot of my young homies that's willing to listen. You know, I fell in love with the lie, too. You know what I'm saying? But the only reason some of y'all shit, to me, is inexcusable because of the opportunity y'all got and the different avenues and lanes of self-independent production you can have. We didn't have that. We couldn't sit up there, just open the phone and become an instant somebody. We couldn't sit up and open the phone, dance, and somebody contact us to be on their production or do some acting or do some rapping. We had to go outside. And in them days, if you had too much talent and you was still trying to rock with the homies, you was a buster, you was fake, you was this and that. You know what I'm saying? You couldn't display. You have to. A lot of these kids got to leave their talented side and their artistic side lying dormant because we don't applaud it. We applaud you for being on the other side of the stick, and that's not right. You know what I'm saying? Because If we earned the right and survived all this stuff, brothers my age, to survive, and we know we got these kids' ears, why would you hamster mine their ass with the same shit that got us a penitentiary number 2 or 3 or 4 if we had to give them back? Niggas know what I'm talking about. Why would you not want to reward them for knowing how to write a book, read a book, how to choreograph, or whatever their talent may be? It could be coding classes. We won't reward them for, remember back in the day, if you was a nigga with talent, you hung around the gangbangers, you got beat up. Get your ass away from here, nigga. We ain't doing that. We sitting there watching crash and burn, knowing that they, you know what I'm saying, could be doing something different just because niggas need their ego stroked selfishly and want to continue some senseless shit. When you know in your heart, when you was walking that yard, you was trying to walk back a lot of emotions and decisions. And now you got sons and daughters that's out here that's looking at us and we not spitting to them what we went, everybody, we was born in the fire, so we didn't know we was burning. These kids are getting placed in it or walking towards it instead of stopping them. Oh yeah, look at him turn up, look at him go play ball, look at him. And then we done lost all these talented people off of nobody being brave enough to say, okay, you still can, you know what I'm saying, represent the hood, but as you can see, nobody's hood's got houses no more. You could have represented the hood and been real estate. Because we got access to the information now and the knowledge, and we done seen the failure.
Okay, but let's hit on that, what you said, represent the hood. When you represent the hood, if they get out and say, I don't want to represent the hood, then what happens?
Well, you know what happens, you know what I'm saying? That's the catch-22 that...
So that's us still pulling them back.
That's exactly, you know what I'm saying? And it's not a lot of platforms will speak on that side of it because, you know, we got these kids believing in a fictitious character, this character called the real nigga. You know what I'm saying? When the guy that's really the real nigga to what they consider and what they the criteria is, he went to jail, he got locked up, he got out, he kept it solid, whoop-de-whoop, that's the real nigga. The real nigga is the lawyer that got him the deal to get him to get back out on these streets.
Okay, let's hit that, bro.
We need to teach them to be that real nigga now.
Keep going.
You know what I'm saying? We tried that one already.
Right.
We did that already. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just like how Nipsey's love was received differently because he was the real nigga on the other coin, and we watched him with our own eyes start evolving into what a real nigga should be considered as. Helping his people, helping his folks, switching up the message when you see it's getting destructive or got more destructive than when you started, because you started this to change. You might have had to package it up in the beginning to get people attention, but once he got people attention, he didn't waste people heart and time. And that's what evolving as a so-called big homie is supposed to be.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? The essence of, like I said before, if you could shoot a basketball, no gang wanted you. Now they PREYing on the talented little youngsters in the hood. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about guiding them to we could stop considering it the hood and start caring about the community. Take the hood word out and replace it with community, meaning we all have communion to make this a better situation, because everybody don't want to leave, and then you get mad that it's getting gentrified.
But that starts with us, bro.
It look like it's starting and ending with us, and we sitting there watching the show, and you know what I'm saying, we complain every 4 years, but them 3.5 years that life is existing every single day, you don't hear all this fake wokeness. You know, so, you know.
No.
That's my outlook.
No, you hitting it on target, but I like the way where you went. You went deep, and you stopped glorifying it, and that's what has to happen. We can't glorify this because how many homies you lost to the streets?
Yeah.
So those dreams and those talents are where? In the graveyard.
And then you got a lot of homies that's not dead that you done lost because they soulless now.
Exactly.
They gave up on themselves. They died in a slow death. The ambitionless death. You know what I'm saying? And we watching them. We watching this whole new drug take effect on the community now. They not getting drunk off $2 wine and smoking stress joints. They are fentanyl, cocaine, and all this other new man-made shit, and it's coming from the doctors now. It ain't no dope dealers on the street.
Right.
The dope come from your doctor in the dispensary and the big time. Now they done took that out the ghetto, so it ain't us no more. That's why it's not a war on drugs no more.
Which it always came from the big time.
We don't have access to those drugs, so ain't no more war on drugs.
Right.
So I know I spent the corner and back parallel parked at the liquor store, but you know,
you good.
I had to park in the red right
But
quick.
see, let's go back to the war on drugs. The war don't have to be on drugs no more because the war is on the black man's mind, what already took control of you. And if you don't realize it's time to get out of this, whereas the OGs you call, they can't if their minds didn't progress.
And let's break ourselves from relying on another man's failures and situations to dictate yours.
But it's hard.
We can get out of that mentality too because, okay, like we from the generation that the dad got took out the house. This new generation coming up, there's more fathers, active fathers than ever in this new generation. You know what I'm saying? And the one under me because we the ones that lost our dads, so we the ones that's there. A lot of us went to gangs to go outside and get a big brother. I don't have an older brother. So I hung out with niggas and fucked around and just developed my own brotherhood and big unk and big homie shit. My dad was already in jail, you know what I'm saying? Most of my life, he did 27 years. So I had a grandfather guiding me, but he was 60-something years old. So that lasted so long of that being like that, you know, that tough love that men, alpha males, are required to have, you know what I'm saying? Or we go out here and we figure it out on the fly. We shoot from the hip. We living our life shooting from the hip. We figuring it out on the fly. You know what I'm saying? It was never like I didn't have nobody to answer to. Right. So if I done something, it ain't like I was gonna get in trouble. Ain't nobody gonna do shit to me but the law.
No repercussions.
You know what I'm saying? So, or some motherfucker, if I give a fuck or not. But you know, I never even thought I'd be sitting to be 47 running my life. As many times as I've been gunned down and shot and stabbed and certain shit, like, you know what I'm saying?
You been shot in the streets?
Multiple times, yeah. So, 1995, 2001, 2014. So, separate occasions, but two of those occasions both was on Valentine's Days. Once I'm coming from school, Crenshaw High. Second time I'm at a club.
You was in high school?
I was in high school.
Okay, break that down.
Hanging with my boys and shit. We had just went up to all other high schools, starting fights and fucking around. Back then, you went and visited the high schools and try to see if they had bitches or see what niggas up there could squab or something. That was like a thing, you know what I'm saying? So that day, it was an active day. Me and my boy Rob was rolling around. So then I go back up to Crenshaw High. We get into it with a group of niggas, you know what I'm saying? And then so later on in that evening, I'm catching the bus home from Crenshaw. So I'm getting off to Normandy, but I go from, you know, Normandy to King to Normandy, blah, blah, blah. I stayed on 90th and Normandy at the time. And coming from school, I got my blue, white, and gray starter jacket on. I got my blue 501s on. I got my black shell toes with the 3 stripes. I got the little street nigga curl. No, I was loking. And so I'll have my Walkman on, and I'm listening to bootlegs and B-sides by Ice Cube. To the Al remix. I'm gonna never forget the shit. So I got the bumping and shit. I just crossed 89th, just got off the bus, cross street, sec jerk niggas over there in the yard. What up, cuz? I'm going to the house, come back and drink a 40 with them niggas in a minute. I thought, you know. So I cross 89th and I'm walking up Normandy and I get to 90th Street and the niggas is already coming up the street in a I don't really remember the car, but it was 2 or 3 cars. But I guess they had already started their mission off on Budlong. So they popped at the niggas on Budlong already and was coming up, popping at everything was out there. So I'm walking and I got a Walkman on and I'm feeling shit sliding through by my ear.
Bullets?
Now I know that, but at the time, I'm like, damn. So I go like this, I'm like, damn. Somebody getting shot up down the street. Let me hurry and get to the house. I look up, nigga hanging out the car, damn near boys in the hoodies. You, nigga!
Uh-huh.
Oh, shit, I ain't had no lottery tickets and milk, but I sure did the Ricky, nigga. I spit the corner, and you know how niggas be like, man, if something happened, I'm gonna bone out. You're automatically in slow motion.
Right.
If you ever been in real activity,
fight or flight.
Sometime that shit turns into slow motion, you damn near can't run.
Right.
You running so fast and slow at the same time. If a motherfucker understand what that means. So I'll go run in Johnny, Straw Dog's brother, backyard. So I go to the back and they busting. And it wasn't really a big distance because they right on the street and I'm coming. It's like they doing that and I'm doing that simultaneously. So I hurry up and find the first side house because, you know, back then alleys was open. So you trying to get to basically just how Boys in the Hood was. So it was a pregnant pit. Johnny and them had the pit bulls and shit. The motherfucking pit bull just had a baby, so she was probably gonna think I'm trying to steal her puppy. So I don't hop the gate. I go in between like a hot water heater and an old stove, and I squeeze my little ass. Back then, I'm like 124 pounds wet. I'm a little bitty nigga. So I slide between the young, and they bust for a minute, and they stop. So I crawl out. They hit me. I got hit in the leg on the run in the back part, so it went through my femur out, and out. That was a flesh in and out, though.
Right.
So I crawl out, and I stay right there on the curb. The sheriffs pull up. You're like, what, you Matrix gangster? I'm like, no, I ain't from nowhere. Ooh, you from somewhere, nigga. Back then, that's how police talking. They ain't calling no ambulance or nothing. Then the homie, baby C-Dog, come run down the street. My cousin, rest in peace, from Stevenson, and my uncle, Papa, and my mom wasn't home. And everybody like, man, we knew that was you because you're the only one that hadn't made it home yet. Because, back this time, it get dark about real late. Because this was in February. So, I'm the last nigga to get home, and I end up. That was the first time. That was 1995 shooting, and
So this happened to you again?
Yeah, I got the second shooting in 2001 was at a club in called Vesuvius in Hollywood, and I was in a coma about 6 to 7 days on that one. I was actually hurt on that one real bad, but it was 6 years to the date of it was 2001. Of the first shootings. Both of them was on February 14th, 15th. And I went in a coma on that one because I lost a lot of blood.
Wow.
And that one, I was at Cedars and shit, and it was a altercation at a club, you know what I'm saying? So that was that one. And 2014 was a video shoot, got shot up, and I lost my lung. It went through my back, out my collarbone, through my lung, out my collarbone. So that's when my voice changed to how it sounds now. I didn't always sound like this. You know what I'm saying? So that was 2014. So I done experienced a lot of, would you say, trauma on different levels, from being actually out there fucking around, from being in the Hollywood scene fucking around, to, you know what I'm saying, just randomness. Because sometimes, just because you think you can change your life don't mean the streets can always, because they know your capability. So, nigga, I could be as positive as fuck as how I'm sounding now, but at one time I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? And you still got people with cousins and family members that remember they folks, and you think you just gonna run around here like you peaceful Paul, motherfucker? Wow. So that's another elephant in the room that kids got to know. You might not get a chance to change your life. You know what I'm saying? You might not get the respect out here on the streets to be able to move like somebody like me can move. Or I can move amongst different gangs and different people because I'm respected, not feared. You know what I'm saying? And I was allowed the blessing of that's because of how I represent myself. But sometimes you might not get a chance to gain hindsight, to mature. You might not get that shot. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if you know you got mature energy and information coming to you, and you vaguely, purposely ignoring it for the sake of being macho, it's only so much a motherfucker older than you can do and say to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you choose not to listen to shit that makes sense, then, I can be talking to my kids than some random motherfucker.
Yeah. No, that's understandable, but that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get to the kid before he get involved, to make his choices before he get caught up with gangs.
Yeah.
Because once you get caught up, it's a different story.
Because, see, and then nowadays, it's not even so much particular gangs. It's the mentality of thinking, because people can make up a gang now. You can just, you and your buddies, but it's the predatory mentality that needs to be addressed of why niggas just can't stick to the phase, or why niggas can't, if you just need combat and shit like that, well, what can we do to, you know what I'm saying? But it starts at stop talking at the youngsters and have conversations with them. Mm-hmm. Not finding niggas old like me that's turned down now and thinking we got the answer. We need some savages in these seats in these interviews.
Right.
Say your piece,
right.
Dog, or, I'm just using that as a, but you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And that's why I feel a lot of us older niggas are dropping the ball at. We not having a discussion with the right people. We can't talk amongst ourselves about how shit supposed to change when we ain't even outside no more.
Mm-hmm. No, I get that.
You know what I'm saying? So they need to be in some of these seats. And because that's how they feel. They feel like y'all just be sitting there talking for us and saying, That's how they feel. They feel like, how the fuck you get to sell us whoop-de-whoop and come have a peace treaty and then go dry your ass on top of the hill?
No,
You know what I'm
you're
saying?
right. I understand exactly
They want to
what
be
you're
talked
saying.
to directly. Or no, they want to have a discussion too.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Yes, the youngsters want to have a discussion also. It's just the opportunity and the invitation. No one invites them to ask them shit.
Right.
We instantly take their attitude and say, well, fuck it then. But then we can't have content about their behavior and we ain't willing to talk to them about their behavior.
Yeah, no. Yeah,
And that's a segue to conversation, because now we gonna respect what each other talking about. But they don't like hopping on these platforms, looking at a motherfucker older talking about, and it's about them.
But
You know
that's
what I'm saying?
real, because you
know what I'm
said
saying?
talk to the youngsters. But the problem with that is when you was young and I was young, we know how we felt.
But if we want to sit up here and, like I said, have dialogue about it, we can't give a fuck about how they feel. It's our job to invite them for the conversation. If they don't want it, cool. Can't get an attitude back with them. They gonna say it if they want to fuck with it or not. But inviting them to give their side of how they feel is necessary now, because we can be having peace treaties and walk to Selma, Alabama, turn into Las Vegas. If you ain't talking to the savages and the knuckleheads, who you talking to then?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's not going to be no results. It's just going to be a lot of donations, money, cool ass pictures for the gram. But ain't shit going to happen. They gonna probably come shoot that up.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, though. We know how we was, and we know we didn't like not getting treated like men or women. You know what I'm saying? Every other group of people got opportunity to say their piece.
Yeah,
But the young black person, but the young, you know what I'm saying? They don't get opportunity. You can be talking to any letter community, any religious community. They get a chance to say something. Nobody talks to the 19-year-old, 17-year-old niggas. You don't ask them shit. It ain't enough to say, oh, we know they talking about that bullshit. Well, you don't got a right to be talking about their bullshit then.
Well, let's
you don't
ask
want to talk
them
to
then.
them. You know what I'm saying? So that's a way. And I was told that by one of my homie. My homie Slick had got at me like that. My big homie was like, man, ain't none of that shit gonna ever work because they not talking to them niggas. That's how that's how the younger niggas feel. The younger brothers feel. They, you know, y'all niggas get on these platforms talking about we need to stop doing this and that. Shit. We all know some knuckleheads. We all know some, you know what I'm saying? If it's want to get it just, and even if they say no, you did respect them enough for giving their piece, and then like, boom, can't say shit then. We tried.
No, I get that. You're right. But also with that, if the old guys don't speak up, you also guiding the young guys because they still looking up to you.
But it's not no more protocol like that. If you an older brother, and some youngsters look up to you, you just a lucky old nigga. Because they don't give a fuck about that. Because they don't give a fuck about that history. They don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Because they feel like we out here now, though. Fuck what you did and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop. We'll worry about it later if I get to the pen, nigga. But they don't give a fuck no more. We come from my age group do the big homie thing. The younger niggas, they pick who they decide to give a fuck about what he got to say. Because you got a nigga 40, 45, 50 years old trying to tell a nigga something to do that got 7,000 in his pocket. And you need a dub. What the fuck you supposed to tell this little nigga as he hops out his Maserati with your broke, wise ass?
So how are you going to talk to him? No.
Fuck your broke, wise ass.
Somebody like
they got to respect you to care about what you got to say. And respect comes from even dialogue, not finger wagging and such and such. You know, they got uncles and they don't give a fuck about none of that. Some of them niggas got to go pay their mama rent.
No, but listen to what you're saying.
It's not a big homie, little homie protocol anymore.
Right.
That doesn't exist.
So
except
who are they
for
listen to?
certain hoods. That's the problem. It ain't about making them listen. It's about discussion and getting understand.
Who they gonna have
using the wrong words. They have a discussion with somebody that they choose to respect. And that's when you only gonna know what they respect, who they respect off of what? Talking to their ass and asking them. I don't have it for you. I'm 50.
Somebody got to get that together for that to happen.
You know, so that's that. Yes, somebody does. If somebody wants to take that responsibility, but a lot of the platforms, from all my niggas, from all of them, I see certain niggas like what's his name, Skip. He got shit where he talked to all niggas that's active niggas. When he was talking, I think Munchie B, AD, and all the other niggas. That was the right type of thing what he had going on, because he was talking to people that mattered, not getting brothers that he went to war with and thinking that they can get on a platform and say, well, niggas need to do this and that and that and that and that. And that. Nah, because we don't understand. It might be different motives than the reason that we was outside doing what we did, because, you know, it's just different, and we got to respect the changing of the guard and the changing of the times. And you know what I'm saying? If you can at least reach one motherfucker, you start there, because it's not going to be a dramatic ass change like that. Nipsey was the only motherfucker that had the power for somebody to make sense, because he looked it like them. He was one of them. So just like when our era had Tupac, he looked it like us. So we was into staying on our black shit and woo. Wasn't nobody talking about nothing of progress since Nip on the South Central side of town. I'm not speaking for hip hop and the world and the black man. I'm talking about the South Central situation. That's why that brother was accepted like that, because you was looking at him when you looked in the mirror. Nipsey was your cousin. Nipsey was your nephew. We all had a talented brother that Nipsey ended up making his opportunity for his star to blossom. But it's a gang of Nipsey cubes and everybody's in the community, but they scared to let their shit blossom. So they respected Nipsey was about money, fresh, and the culture that they came from, he came from. So when he was starting to turn that educated corner, just think of how shit would have been if a second album would have dropped. If he'd have got through the first one, the type of things, because you could tell by when he died how many people in that roll through the city thing they did. Like, that ain't happened in the history of nobody.
And how old was Nipsey?
Was he 31 or something like that? Quote me if I'm wrong, 31 or 33, something like that. I'm not sure. But he was a young nigga. But the average when you 30-something years old, to these young niggas, that's an OG. That's a G now, because the youngsters ain't looking past 40 years old. So you're an old nigga when you're in your high 20s.
Talk to the youngsters then.
What?
Basically what you're saying is that you need another youngster to talk to the youngsters.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You have to have somebody, see, that's what I'm saying. If this is a young, successful person, these kids look at celebrities differently than we did. A lot of these motherfuckers look at this shit and really look at celebrities and worship the motherfuckers. If somebody has to give a fuck, every artist ain't out here making no money to give a fuck about all that extra shit. They gonna get their bag and go on back. You gotta run across a soul. That's a certain kind of person. Everybody don't care. A lot of niggas like to bring it up because it's a good conversation for the barbershop. Everybody doesn't actually give a fuck. So it starts at finding somebody who passionately gives a fuck. Then the kids are gonna feel gave a fuck about, because this genuine soul is really like that. Mm-hmm. No disrespect, but how many times Game and Snoop and niggas done had the gang, the truces on Vermont, we done that shit a gang of times. After a few t-shirts get sold and a new song come out, that shit's over.
But are they really after change?
I'm just saying, off of the examples that we done got, no, ain't nothing for them niggas, the youngsters, to give a fuck about what some motherfucker tell them.
No,
they want to get where that nigga at.
The old dudes really wasn't after change. They was after making more money.
If you look at the results, it didn't result into nothing like that. It was just what it was back when they had the little movement. Because I went to the shit, Don't Shoot Us or some shit back in about 2012 or 11 up in there. I forgot the fucking name of it, but a lot of that shit goes one in there out the other, because we know people playing. They know niggas are scrimmaging. These are some intelligent little niggas on the street. These ain't the niggas that can't divide and multiply. You can start talking shit to a nigga that got 20 racks on him. You telling him, man, you need to get out these streets. And do what? Sit by you at the telemarketing booth? Nigga, get your ass out my face, big homie. Here go a dub. Go get me some Remy. Keep the change, nigga.
But I mean, how you describing them shit? It's gonna be hard to talk to them then.
Yeah, that's why I say genuine give a fuck is what it's gonna take, and that's not easy. It's steps, and steps is going around them niggas in they trenches and asking, hey, we'll pitching your pitch if that's a movement that, you know, a person wants to drive.
I get it.
You know, even when we get city elections and councilmen's and aldermen's and all these motherfuckers that get up, nobody goes in that motherfucker and asks the black man and the young or old, hey, man, I'm running for Woo-de-Woo District such and such, man. What you think we can do? Oh, man, we can get some child support reform for men. We can get some Woo-de-Woo. Nobody gives a fuck about the meat and potatoes of why niggas is out here with their tongue hanging out. It's only sexy every 4 years, and then it goes away like around the time the Super Bowl come, and everybody back to programming.
But why are they out here like that?
Why not? How you gonna survive? What you gonna do different?
Exactly. That's the point I'm making. We asking the question, but when we answer the question, it's no reason. Because if they chasing only money and they not chasing knowledge or education, how the fuck are you gonna help them?
It's hard to sit there and say, dedicate to the average black man. It's expensive to learn, for one.
It is.
It's very expensive to get the knowledge. And then some of these brothers is looking at their sisters come home from graduate school and work at JCPenney and work at the mall. Like, damn, my sister did all that shit and she's sitting next to me in the cubicle.
Right.
So.
But I'm not talking about just school education. I'm talking about just straight knowledge of yourself and understanding what you want to be. If you want to run around here and run with the devil, then shit. That's your choice.
But see, everybody don't think they running with the devil if they don't know God.
But that's the
they
key
not
right
they
there.
looking at it regular. We look at it because we know God is you running with the devil.
Okay, let's go back on that. Let's break that down for a minute.
I don't know. I'm just waking up in the morning living my life.
Let's break that one down for a minute. They not running with the devil, but we doing what the devil want us to do. If we killing our own black people and we out here packing the pistol, ain't that the devil work? They don't see that's the devil, so that's how the devil is coming in. We really doing a satanic ritual and not realizing it. So it's not going to be controlled just by, hey, stop that. No.
See, one thing.
People got to wake the fuck up.
See the word. There's no way for energy of the devil to be controlled unless it's rival with knowledge of God. There's no religion. For one, kids don't even believe in religion no more because you got the religions that don't even that take on the same.
Well, let's go with God. Period.
You keep interrupting me. They take on the same visions of separation as a political party. Muslims don't want to respect what a Christian talking about. A Christian don't want to respect what a Muslim talking about. Then you got Jews, and then you got these white people say they Jews. You got real Jews that say you got so much separation in religion. That's not nothing. A lot of us was introduced to religion through grandparents. The average grandparent now is at the GS bar in about 20 minutes. Grandma partying. Ain't no big mama's house. Ain't no corn on the cob. So the elements that you want, the elements of morality that you want these kids to have, it's hard for them to look at it like that because they wasn't grown in the same ingredients that brothers like me and you were grown in because everybody ain't been dragged to church. They had to go to jail to read their first Bible, some people. You know what I'm saying? And some people can read the Bible and decide, I just don't want to follow it. And those are people that know the Bible more than some of us that call ourselves Christians. You know what I'm saying? I know an atheist nigga that could tell me everything about the Bible. I said, damn. Really, you do believe in God? He said, why you say that? I said, because if you can have that much time to study on something and then turn around and say, I don't believe in it, you believe in God, you just don't follow him.
Right.
You feel me? So an atheist knows more about the Bible than a Christian because his passion for saying I ain't fucking with it is deeper than a person's passion to follow it.
Right.
So it's just a different element and recipe with the generational gaps that we got because it was a big string of nobody got religion. That's why there's no prayer, no stuff like that. Cause you can ask your child to pray right now. They like, huh? You know what I'm saying? They'll find something they heard at Christmas or something. So it's not a morality-based lifestyle because nobody's pushing morality. You got TikTok raising the babies. You got Instagram raising the babies now. You know, your child could be 7 months old and know how to work your phone already because they already injected in the shit. Mm-hmm. So it's just a different war that our kids are fighting that we was blessed to kind of dodge. And so that's why I kept bringing up the understanding because I start learning a lot once I start talking to my nephews and nieces and my oldest daughter more and start really just understanding where they coming from because I was a finger wagger, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, Dad, you're just not getting it. You're just not getting it. And I'm like, well, what is it? You know what I'm saying? And I'm starting my road to gaining understanding because I used to be a mother. I'm on the Rep Your Set album. I did marches with Jenna 6 in Louisiana with Martin Luther King III. You know what I'm saying? I've actually protested out here on these streets and fucked around with my fists up. And our bus driver got poisoned on the way to Jenna when the Jenna 6 happened in 06. So I done really put my neck out there. Ice Cube bought 30 buses. I pawned my jewelry, hit an ounce of weed, and a pint of tequila in my bag and went out there for 6-7 days with total strangers out there for the Gen 6 when that shit happened with Michael, them kids and that weed and, you know what I'm saying, they tried to get a boy's life and all they knew had nooses and shit. I went out there for the movement for real. A lot of niggas can't say that. I stood out there against the police fucking around, Martin Luther King III, Ice Cube, Mos Def, all these motherfuckers out there. So I got movement behind the passion of the shit I talk. You know what I'm saying? It's just the point of, that's why I know now it's about understanding and finding that diamond in the rough ass youngster that actually cares about giving a fuck about what you're talking about, because we got to earn it now, because they lost trust in us. They don't trust older niggas. You know what I'm saying? They don't trust us. And us black men already live an untrustworthy life amongst each other because it's a survival skill. So now that's another layer of the onion we got to get through. And so it's kind of like we got to start over and reintroduce ourselves to these little niggas and give them respect of the effort. They ain't gonna they gonna drag us through the ringer, but they want to see effort. They don't want to keep getting fingers wagged at their ass. And that's why you got this epidemic in everybody's gang community of little niggas attacking older niggas and taking them out.
Right.
You know, my bad. I can get some water on it. I turn into Larry Luther King in this motherfucker.
Nah, I'm good. I'm good with you. But you went on. God, you went on a deep part when you went spirit, bro.
Remember that nigga? I turned into that nigga.
Right. But let's hit it back. You went on a real part when you hit with God and the devil.
Yes, it's a
if
thing.
You ask a person they believe in God, but they live in the life of the devil, that says a lot.
Yeah.
And God is something that's personal.
And it gets so tricky to talk about it because some people instantly shut their ears, even if you use that as an example. You could be speaking on any, from Allah to Jehovah to God to Christ or what everybody on, different people are on, and it's an instant ear shut no matter what your point was you was going to make. Because a lot of people are spiritual, not religious.
Yes.
So you got to know what spirit you talking to, and sometimes you can't be sharing your blessing with the wrong spirit. God gave it to you. That's your gift. He ran you that. You earned that shit. Sometimes it ain't on you to slide somebody your blessing. Right, that's why you only do that if you give a fuck, and that come from passion, and passion come from love, and then that shit gonna be received the same way because it's genuine. Mm-hmm. But just, you know, for argument's sake, why you niggas won't stop fucking around? They know you don't really give a fuck, so you playing when they face, and they get attitude, and now you arguing with a motherfucker, and nobody message getting across because we ain't discussing it. We talking at each other. Cause you ain't gonna let a motherfucker talk to you crazy. So then here come this real nigga come out. Young niggas got me fucked up.
I think that's the point of it, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even really trying to change that. It's trying to change people's mindset.
Yeah.
Because we can't go out there and change a youngster mind that want a game bang.
Like you said earlier, too, it's a lot of them that want it but just don't have the invitation or know what road to take to get there. You know, you got people that's want to be good souls, but they got to keep it in the closet because they out here faking and shaking. And if we can get a motherfucker to not be scared to be theyself and stop wanting to be the next anybody in the first, whoever the fuck you are, and make that a thing, I think that's a good mindset to kind of inject in them because they still can stay swaggy and whatever they do, but you doing it as you are. And it comes with acceptance. And I struggle with a lot of acceptance on a lot of shit. I'm done, you know, I ain't no hell of a nigga myself, but I'm bringing forth the conversation in my mind to open up more and understand other people's side of view because I got chauvinistic mindset like naturally. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm cut and dry and I'm like Texas and the drug law. I'm no tolerance about a lot of shit, and I got to make myself brave enough to hear uncomfortable conversations in order to get to whatever.
But that's a lot of fear within the people, bro.
You know, I possess it myself, so that's why I understand. You be scared to show love because you end up with Stockholm syndrome because it done bit you in your ass so much. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I think people don't say careful or be careful. They say stay dangerous now. Mm. Fuck that cool shit, kill something. It's basically what you're saying on your last talk to a young nigga. They don't say back in our day, see careful, my nigga. All right, I love you, my nigga. Be careful, bro. Now, hey, stay dangerous. Oh. So that right there is your answer to where they head at.
It's a mindset.
I done got checked for saying something. See, careful. This nigga, stay dangerous, nigga. All right, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's what's popping. As he take his $10,000 outfit having ass on to go hang out with Pacquiao and them, Well, I'm finna go on 100 and something at a motorcycle club. What I'm supposed to tell this rich little gangbanger?
Well, let's
So
go.
I'm supposed to
Wait,
gain
let's
the
go
love.
back into that. You say
I'm
rich
supposed-
little game
I'm supposed to gain the love because I be respecting them. So then, acceptance comes in. What was you about to say?
You been in the street. You said the
Yeah.
rich little game banger.
Oh, yeah, you
the
got
people
some young
that's
niggas got bread,
living
bro.
that life, though. How long
Yeah.
does it last, bro?
Shit, I ain't seen nobody retire yet. Ain't nobody got their AARP cards.
Exactly. That's all I'm trying to say. We
Ain't
keep
no
we keep
10% off
promoting
Denny's.
the same thing, but
I'm not
we got
promoting it. I'm
we
letting you
gotta
know.
show.
I'm letting you know.
Okay,
I'm-
but wait, Kato,
I'm
wait. That's what I'm saying. You spoke. Let me speak now. We keep promoting that. And that money is what's killing our people. That's when we go into the spiritual realm and understanding the devil and God. Because that devilness is making them chase that money, and that money is taking their lives.
That's the biggest wall that you have to hurdle. The fact that these motherfuckers, little niggas, don't feel like they need to hear nothing from nobody. Because
Exactly.
the only finish line that they have been taught it matters is money. They ain't been taught nothing, showed nothing else.
Right.
Play sports for money, not because you want to catch that motherfucking ball. They been told that. Do rap for money, not because you actually want to be artistic. Fuck all that. So I'm going to rap about where the money at. I'm not going to rap about, I'm not going to be artistic with this shit and make music. I'm going to make raps that I know going to give me a check. They haven't been shown anything else that matters in life but money. Because you can't make this woman happy without it. You can't take care of the kids with yourself. So, okay, what other finish line for them to want to be at? Just to be woke? Woke rhyme with broke. In they mind, sir. All right, nigga, take your book, read. Shorty can't eat no book, son. Basically, is how they feel. So if it's like, what are we giving them? Because they don't praise being nothing else. We came up when they had the woke rap, so you was dope if you knew knowledge of self. And if you knew back that, it was rewarded that you would. It ain't nothing you got artists like J. Cole and all these dope ass Christian and positive rappers. They not finna play that shit on nothing, so you can't get them the positive rap. And the people don't like Russell Wilson. They like the bad guy character athlete. So we can't teach them to be good dudes and that because we need a gang of this. So they like, well shit, I'm gonna stay doing what life has shown me I'm supposed to be on, because if I do this, I'm gonna be short.
Follow the program.
Yeah, so it's like the program is so generationally embedded, it takes like if COVID couldn't sit a nigga down, like, god damn, the whole world got unplugged. That shit didn't even work.
Among your ancestors.
It's crazy because it's been embedded for so long, and yeah, we know everything, and we done got Stockholm syndrome to where we done fell in love with our oppressor, and we just deal with it. Fuck it. It's just easier to deal with. It's hard to fight, big homie. It's hard to love and give a fuck. It's hard to go try. That shit hard, man. It's easy to sit back and cut on that Android box and look at the game.
Are you fighting against love?
Nah,
you yourself.
For one, me. If we talking about me and not some young niggas, my whole existence and how I get down is based around love. That's why I have the things I have, and I'm blessed to where I am, because my whole aura is that, and I represent that shit without. I keep it 100 when ain't nobody looking. So my whole shit is about this whole cadence. This conversation was embedded in love. That's where the passion comes from. That's where passion lives, right next door to love. So, and it comes with on give a fuck avenue.
So if we see it in you, we got something we can look up.
We got action. If somebody choose to pay me attention, I'm not gonna waste their time with no negative energy or negative messages or nothing like that. But I'm also willing to listen to and learn to where maybe some angles I'm not looking at, because like I don't know it all like that. You know what I'm saying? What the nigga Stephen A. Smith say, I know I'm brilliant because I know I'm not. So, you know, I'm willing to care and listen if somebody want to talk to me specifically, but I'm not gonna say I'm ready to take some type of movement approach and be the voice. And I'm not that you know what I'm saying, that dude. But I am a dude that represents myself in a certain way, because my kids ain't gonna never cut on their phone or their iMacs and pads, or whatever you call them, and they daddy on there being a fuck boy and being weird because it's not that serious. Right. I've been blessed to been able to get a lot accomplished in life that a lot of people ain't able to do, and I'm happy. So my turn down is not I'm fighting youth and old, like, cause I got some kids to give all this game to, and I get to rock with them. Me and my son do movies together. Like, I'm getting my LeBron moment, like, you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I only appreciate it because how many times that shit was almost took from me. I hope nobody have to get shot up and walk the yard for something you didn't do or something like that just to finally get your hindsight when you got a lot of good examples out here. And sometimes if you scroll past the Love Podcast and you see certain energies and certain messages, maybe that was God's sign to guide you there right quick to hear that. You know what I'm saying? But, closed ears nobody gonna get nothing out of it. And I didn't get this knowledgeable on my mistakes till about 11 years ago or something. So it ain't like I'm some motherfucker. I'm just like them. I look like them. But if a youngster or whatever age person is looking to me for any kind of anything that they see that I can give them, I'm not gonna waste their ears. I'm gonna say something from the heart that makes sense. And I'm gonna always ask God to guide my words because I'm blessed that you even look at me as somebody that got something worthy to say, because it's hard to get respect out of people. People don't fuck around like that, man. Right. It's hard. I like certain handshakes and how y'all treated me in here. Everybody ain't like that, man. People is different, and we only notice it because we from the old law. So we know the difference in what respect really means to what you got to just accept certain respect now. Hey, what's up, youngster? What's up, homie? It's like, okay, well, damn, okay. But you'll go anywhere out of LA. What's up, homie? Hey, how you doing? Now, in our city, hi can get you, like, they think you tripping. And if you say hi too, cool, now you're a weak person. So you just what? Not say shit to no nigga.
Wow.
But that's how the thing is. It's an ism. And I'm not proud of it. So I'm outside looking at it so much, from the barbershop to the weed dispensary to the hamburger stand to whatever. It's just the ism. You know what I'm saying? And I've traveled a lot of places, and I noticed that it ain't everywhere.
Exactly.
That's for one. It's not everywhere. Everybody ain't doing this California shit, this LA shit. I mean, LA, not even California shit. Everybody ain't on this shit like we.
Right.
The type of bunk that we on, that ain't the world. That's this bubble we in of Hollywood, because everybody want to be some other shit.
And it's not everywhere in California either, though.
No, as I said, LA.
Right.
LA, Compton, South Central, Watts, Inglewood, our little South Central shit on it, because you could sit your ass and go down the street to another motherfucking city, and yeah, they got things going on, but the air ain't fucked up and thick like that.
The black
of just
air.
Saying what's up with you know what I'm saying, or just, even if you want to network or get directions, or you know what I'm saying, just simple shit like hello and hi and what's up all want to mean the same thing, but they can't.
I got you, bro. I got you. I mean, on that note, we gonna clear out of here, but you're right, bro. We got to do something about this, and I think every person has to change itself, no matter young, old, in the grave. If you can change yourself, you don't know who's watching. That right there can change one person, and it's not about changing everybody. It's about reaching out and giving love, and that's what we hear about, giving love, more life. My man Kato, any last words for you, bro?
Yeah, I just want y'all to check out this book, Gangsta Jake. It's by my homeboy Jace. And he in and out of trying situations, in and out the feds. I bought this book in 2009, and I was on some knucklehead shit. Right now, we're doing a series on it. And I was a knucklehead. It's going to be a little short story. And I always used to tell my homeboy PT when I bought the book from Gangsta Jake in 2007. I was like, man, watch. Hope he do a movie on that shit. I'm going to be in it. God works and God is real, because I got approached by him the other day. I just met up with him before I got to y'all and got the role of Horsehead in his book. And I manifested that, and I was just a nigga packing up weed, trying to throw passes to Atlanta at the time, and get my MySpace page popping. You know what I'm saying? And I said something. This brother approached me through social media. I knew he wasn't. He was fresh back out of, well, probably think he did about 7 to 11. I don't want to get the numbers wrong, but I'm going to have him up here for an interview with y'all, because it's a real redemption story of the whole subject matter, what we talking about. And we're going to be doing a play and taking this play, and this whole play is concentrated on the Bloods and Crips, or only Bloods and Crips are going to be in this play. Mm-hmm. And actors and stuff like that. We trying to see what brothers and sisters that's in the streets that do got dreams, and I can help you in this area. We can help you with the soundtrack, but if you don't have that care, I can't have to give a fuck. Okay, if you don't give a fuck, you ain't giving me nothing to care about. So. Right. I'm right here if you want to rock. KTOE official, KToefornia official, KToefornia, KTOE, FORNIA _official, Instagram, Cousin Duracell, Facebook. You want to be on some positive shit and rock and roll. As long as I know you ain't wasting my time, I ain't going to waste yours, and I can rock with you like that. But, I ain't got no random shit for you. I want this game to be specific.
Wow.
But I'm down to help.
With that, we out. Peace.
Peace.
All we need is love to make it through another day. All we need is love, 'cause I don't see no